are y'all? Bandit says, what? Who's where? I don't know. Hello? Mom? Sorry. He got right up in my face right as I was hitting the button, and I thought, okay, I'll go with that. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday afternoon. It has been a great day. I have been up since 4 o'clock and working and writing, so Janet and I could drive an hour south of here back to where we kind of came from to eat in Hatch at Sparky's to it's time to go live. But Jana found out about it through New Mexico magazine that she got when she went to the store, and it lists the top 10 places to go for chili cheeseburgers.
Oh, I don't know how many.
We don't know how many, but we went and had our first today at Sparky's in Hatch, and we will go to another place next week, and we're going to do videos comparing them. So let me see who all is on here, and thank you all for the thumbs up already. I just love you guys. Granny Bear and Gus says keep safe through the storm. Who's having a storm? Oh, it looks like Beth is. Oh goodness. Stay safe, Beth. Hey Pearl, how are you, darling? Good to see you on here. Sue, good to see you. Kathy Decree, we're the only fun on a Friday night. I don't know, Kathy. I bet a lot of people, a lot of places are having fun, but I sure am glad that everybody on here is having fun, and I'm glad you're here, Kathy. Doreen says humid day in Texas. B on the road. Bonnie. Let's see. Bonnie, are you the Bonnie that came to KOKO Fest? And worked RTR? Is that who that is? Oh, hi.
She's asking later down.
Oh.
When will it be announced? So.
Awesomeness. Well, hi. I didn't know that was you. I've seen you on here, and I didn't realize. I didn't connect the dots, Bonnie. It's so good to see you on here. And Kathy says it's humid in Jersey, too. Isn't it always humid in Jersey? I don't know. My friend Angelique lives in Jersey. No, not. Does she? New Jersey? Yeah. Right off of the island, and she says it's always humid there. Storms on the way there too. Oh my goodness, we don't have storms here. I'm very glad for that. I was outside just before coming in, and my hair looks it, doesn't it? I thought I kind of fixed up before we came online, but oh well. And hi Chris, good to see you. Debra, Jenna, and everyone on here, she says. And it's so funny, I got to tell y'all. YouTube is telling me, remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines on live chats. Okay, YouTube, I'll try to do that. Texan Lulu says, good evening from windy Central Texas. My goodness, so y'all have storms too. I am so sorry, everybody. I wonder if my cousins are having storms as well. Granny Bear and Gus. Linda currently in Texas, steamy coastal Texas. Sybil, good to see you on here. Norman in San Diego, hello. And I think I may have just hit somebody and timed them out. I didn't mean to. So Bonnie, I have a video. I've already told the patrons, but I have a video coming up on Monday that'll let everybody know about KOKO Fest and the dates and what we're going to be doing, and I'm so excited. This year is going to be especially awesome. Sally S. says, hey peeps. Hey Barb, you guys are in Tonopah. Barb is camped with friends Judy and Lori, and they're in Tonopah and heading north. Thank you for being on here. I miss you guys. Whitley Bay, I can't talk today. Whitley Bay, North Tyneside in the UK. Thank you, Sarah and Tanya. Glad you're here. Pearl, you're on a flood watch too? Wow, what is going on?
Look at the Texas weather.
Tina's the outsider. Hello, everyone, and Debra. That's awesomeness. Hey, Richard. Good to see you on here. Are you working, my darling? You're always working on a Friday, so I bet you are. Hey, Michael, are you and Cindy getting bad weather? I'm hearing all these reports about bad weather in y'all's area. Let me know. And I will be having a video coming out on Monday, May 15th. I keep wanting to say April 15th because of tax day. Monday, May 15th, about KOKO Fest 2023. I can tell you that it will be in November, but you have to stay tuned on Monday for more details than that if you're not a patron and already know. So that's exciting. And also on Monday, May 15th, and I think I put April 15th on something I posted. I'm going to have to go back and look now because I think I put April 15th.
Today?
I think.
Just now?
I think. I'm going to have to go look. But it is Monday, May 15th. We are having a mini meetup hosted by both Frugal RV Gal and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be in Truth or Consequences from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so you don't have to, but if you want to bring your lunch and bring a chair and hang out for a while, that would be awesome. But come and hang out even if you don't bring your lunch and even if you don't bring a chair. So probably Friday, so there's that. Michael and Cindy always say that fronts come through on Friday where they live off of coastal Texas, and sure enough, it's Friday and there's a front coming through. So I hear you, Michael. Y'all stay safe, and I'll check on you tomorrow. And so that's two things coming up on Monday. Hey, Marge, RV Ashes, and April is in the house. Good to see you guys. Megan, hello, darling. She says, hello, sweet lady. Good to see you. Oh, good. Thank you, Frugal. She's so on it. She's already got all that on there. And so thank you, guys. And so Monday's going to be a big day. Today was kind of a big day for me. I've been up since 4 o'clock working and writing, and I did the same thing yesterday. And I finally got a chapter off to Cindy for the first round of editing. And so I'm very excited. I am more than halfway through with my second book, and which is good because I'm months behind. I think if I worked, or not worked for, but if I was contracted with a publishing house, they would have fired me by now. But if I was contracted with a publishing house, I could afford to not do anything else and write more. So it's kind of a two-way street on that. But I'm celebrating that I got a huge pivotal chapter off today, and then it's on the downhill side on the rest of the chapters because I already know how this book ends and can just write now. But that had a lot of outlining and a lot of research in it and everything. So that was fun, and that was a celebratory reason to go out to eat and do something special, if nothing else. But we had a good time. Oh, and another big thing that happened, well, it happened yesterday, but I just, it will be coming out on, hey, Becky, good to see you. Always good to see you on here. You'll be near Whitby, North Yorkshire on the 15th of May. Oh, thank you, Sarah and Tanya. I just am always so thrilled that you guys are on here, because I know right now for you guys it's like 11 o'clock at night, and or something like that, I think. And so it just means a lot to me that you're on here. Thank you. RV Ashes in April, Marge says, go at your own pace and enjoy life at the same time. I have to, and I do, and I'm really enjoying life. Kathy says, good for you. Thank you for celebrating with me. Leslie says she enjoys the videos and thanks for making me smile. That's what it's all about, Leslie. Thank you for sharing that. Susan Jack is in the house. Susan, I hope you can come see us on Monday. It would be good to be able to give you a hug, girl. I miss you. That would be awesomeness. And so this is a side note, and then I'm going to come back to what else is really big news today. But how do y'all say it? I think I asked this before, but I don't remember answers. Do y'all say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or do you say like Wednesday? I think I did ask that before because
Yes.
somebody else came back and said Wednesday, but I always say Wednesday, Thursday.
And I say Wednesday.
And Janice says Wednesday, so like DEE. Wind in the alarm. Anyway, so we say it different. Susan says she's going to try and make it. That would be awesome. So the other big news is, and it'll be coming up probably about an hour after our live stream ends. On social media, I have posted, and I will share more with patrons tomorrow, but on social media, I will be posting around 6 o'clock Mountain Time that I did an interview with Kathy, who has a podcast on solowomenrv.com, and it is live, and I'm sure you can go to my website now to the events page and get the links and listen to that podcast interview. But she did such a great job on how she led me through questions, and the things that she asked were fun and good to talk about, not always easy. She didn't pull any punches with me. I mean, I would say something, and then if it wasn't in depth enough for her, she would come back and ask something else. And it is just a great podcast interview because of the way she made it flow, not because of me, but it I think you will find it interesting. So either wait for it to come out on my social media post or go check it out on my website, debradickinson.com/events. Team the Outsider said she's still in Michigan. Oh, Tina, I'm sorry to hear that, but blessings to you, sweetheart. Hang in there and keep on keeping on. And Kathy says it was always humid when she grew up on the east end of Long Island. Yeah, that's what my friend Angelique always says. Hey, Beth, I said hello to you at the beginning when I read about your weather. So sorry to hear about that. Christine Cooper, I missed something that you wrote because all I see is day. What did
Wednesday.
Wednesday, duh. Well, I'm like, day what?
Day one.
Day one. The day. Oh, that's so funny. So I had asked you guys. Let me get a drink first. Hold on. I've been talking a lot. Imagine that. That was on my report cards all the time growing up. Imagine that. Margie, thanks for sending Tina the Outsider hugs. That's so sweet. That's okay, Beth. Glad you're back. And the Michigan weather is messing Megan up too. I understand that. And I posted a video recently where I said I know so many people have so much going on, and that's why connection is so important. And that's why I'm thrilled to hold meetups and everything so people can connect. Because in this day and age especially, it's important. So I posted on social media that I wanted viewers, topics, and questions. And I got several from a lot of people, and I really, really appreciate that. And so we're going to run through them now, and I will try to answer them. And yeah, my hair is curly and gets frizzy too. All right, so what is our first one?
It's from Rebecca in Wade.
Becky is on here.
She says, I have been hearing a lot about Starlink for internet.
Okay, let me do this. Okay, go ahead.
I have been hearing a lot about Starlink for internet. Do you use it? If not, how do you deal with service on the road? Do you watch any of the singing shows like American Idol or The Voice? Do you have a favorite YouTube channels other than for normal life?
Okay. Nomad life or normal? Nomad? Normal?
Nomad.
Nomad.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Nomad.
Judith, hello. Good to see you. So I think that's 3 questions. Let me see if I can track them.
Do you have Starlink?
Do I have Starlink? I wish I had Starlink because my friend Rob has Starlink. Sally Forth has Starlink. Rob Travels with Dottie is who I'm talking about, um, and he'll probably teach that class again. And he doesn't really teach the class, but he goes over the pros and cons and how to use Starlink and everything. He'll probably do that again if people are interested in that at the KOKO Fest in November. But it was cost prohibitive when it first came out, and it's kind of like it had to get the bugs and the kinks worked out, and now it's more affordable. And to be honest, the monthly rate is probably what I'm paying between my 3 plans for AT&T, a Verizon Jetpack, and the hotspot on my phone. I probably wouldn't lose any money monthly, but I don't have the upfront money to buy into the plan and to get the equipment. So if I could do that, that's a great question, Becky. If I could do that, I would definitely do Starlink. Now, I can't keep up with all the techno mumbo jumbo and all the updates that they've been releasing lately. If you weren't grandfathered in, they just quit one of the programs, and you're forced into another program, and I don't understand all of that, but from what I hear from everyone is it's still okay because they got all of the kinks out of that other program, and and got all the troubleshooting done, and so it's fine and good to go. So I would definitely do it, and it would be so nice not to have to worry about internet and connectivity, so that we could travel and go wherever we wanted to, and not have to just because I'm dependent on signal. You like it because everything you do is online. She even her hobbies and stuff, she does a lot online. Her guitar practice and lessons and songs, and Jana does a lot of cooking, so she does a lot of cooking research on cooking videos, and then she is learning Spanish and getting very good at it, and she does that online. So I think anymore it's you can get you can go offline and off grid, but it makes it difficult, and it certainly interrupts connection with everybody. And for me, my livelihood is dependent on it. So absolutely, I would do Starlink if I could, but I just can't right now because of money.
So what do you do now?
So what? Oh, Jana's got a good point. So the follow up to that.
That's
Yeah.
kind of part of her question.
Okay, and so what I do now is, like I said, I have a Verizon Jetpack, which allows me 30 gigs, and then I have an AT&T phone that we use when signal is not good, and it allows me maybe 15 gigs tethered on it. And then my phone, regular iPhone that I use, allows me another 15 gig tethered.
And that's Verizon.
And that's Verizon. So I have 45 gigs for uploads and that I do on YouTube for you guys on Verizon, and 15 gigs on AT&T when Verizon signal isn't strong. And sometimes neither one of them are, and then we have to move when that happens. And then of course on my phones, on the AT&T phone and the Verizon phone, I have data that I'm not using as tethering my computer or anything to, where I can do watching my YouTube and my personal stuff.
Which is, do you like singing shows like American Idol or The Voice?
Yeah, singing. Do I like singing shows like the American Idol or The Voice? I'm addicted to them. And I feel bad because I remember back when I saw your question, Becky. I remember back when I said I hadn't had a TV in a couple of decades. Well, but I didn't have a TV, but when I was in Sticks and Bricks and had cable, I would watch things like that in real time on the network streaming. So that wasn't really an accurate statement, and I feel bad for that. But it would. I haven't had an actual TV in forever, and of course now I don't pay for the services where I can do streaming like that. So I have to watch afterplays on YouTube, and I only get like one one performance at a time, or sometimes somebody will do a mix and put up several. But that's what I do, and I love The Voice, and I love all of the Idol shows, American Idol, Canada. Oh no, wait, no, The Voice, American Idol, and I love all the talent shows. Canada's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent. But I typically only like the singing on them, and so that doesn't seem fair. But I love those. And I saw that somebody put up about Survivor, and that is Jana's. That's one of Jana's shows. And then the other thing that she had another question.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite YouTube channels other than Nomad Life?
Becky's asking a question on there. She says she's addicted to them too. Do I have a fave for this season? Okay, I don't know if you mean a fave, like one of the contestants on one of those shows, because
For this season.
Yeah, but I don't know if you mean like a favorite show or a favorite contestant. And if you mean a favorite contestant, I need to know which show. And I can't track them all. Lots of times I watch them and I don't. She says, yes, I don't know. That doesn't help me, Becky.
Well, because you started one question and then you said the other one.
I know. Dewdrop In says she's addicted to shorts. I get that, and so is Jana. And she showed me that she will watch. Okay, gotcha, Becky. American Idol. Jana showed me that she will watch the shorts and then scroll up to see the next shorts and scroll up to see the next shorts and just keep going. Oh my God, that would so flood me and overwhelm me. I'll watch a shorts that I want to see and immediately get out of it. I can't do that. Continuous watching like that. So I'm kind of envious of you guys that can. But Becky's wanting to know if I have a favorite contestant on American Idol this year. And I'd have to go back and look at them. It seems like I did. I like the young girl who sang to her grandfather in one of the semifinals or something. Judith Williams Hudson. She says she watches Debra's Got Talent and Jana's Got Talent. I would go with Jana's Got Talent. Debra's Got Talent at falling upstairs. Yes, I think it is Megan Daniel that I'm talking about, Becky. And I will go back and catch up on all the comments, you guys, I promise. But right now I was answering, tonight was supposed to be, I put on social media, if you wanted to talk about something tonight, to please leave me a topic or ask a question in the comments. And so tonight I'm trying to honor those people that did that for me, and I really, really appreciate it. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, what was her third question?
About American Idol or The Voice.
No, after that.
Do you have any favorite YouTube channels?
Oh, do I have any favorite YouTube channels
other than Nomad?
Other than Nomad. I don't know that it's a YouTube channel, but the other thing that I enjoy watching right now is Heartland.
That's on Netflix.
That's on Netflix. That's not on YouTube. And I'm only in season 2 or 3, and there's like, what, 5,000 seasons?
I'm like on season
Yeah.
11.
Jana's she's the one that turned me on to it, and she's on season 11, and I'm just not like on season 2 or 3. And also they're 45 minutes long, and it's hard. I know this will sound really crazy to some of y'all because I live in an RV and I travel full time. And it's hard for me to carve out 45 minutes. Yes, Heartland is so good. And so because I work all day. I work all day, or I'm doing something that we've planned, like fishing or going to eat, or we're going sightseeing soon, and we're going to the hot tub spa. We've rented it's a room, but it's not like a hotel room. We've rented a room, but it's a spa, a hot springs. That's what I couldn't think of. It's a hot springs spa, and each spa has its own little pool, and enclosed fence and cabana and chairs and everything. And we rented that for an hour, and we're going to do the public pools there first, and then we have that one for an hour, and it overlooks the river, and so that's going to be fun. But if I carve out any time from work, and work for me is YouTube, Patreon, social media, and writing, most of all writing. If I carve out any time, big chunks of time, it's for things like that. And not much time is left over to watch YouTube or Netflix or anything like that. So I've probably talked too much about that, but I hope that gives you an insight into where I'm at on my viewing. And let's see. Oh, Judith is asking a side question, and I do want to answer this because it's kind of funny. Judith is asking, did you get your regular hot water heater yet? I am trying so hard. Can y'all see the key, the lock and key on my mouth? I am trying so freaking hard not to cuss. Okay, my dog just looked up at me scared, so I need to lower my voice. No, I have not gotten a regular one, and I hate this on-demand thing. I tried to wash my hair. Was it yesterday? Or when? Yesterday. I tried to wash my hair in the sink because I had tried a different style and put hairspray and gel in it and everything, and it felt yucky, and I just wanted to just wash my hair. Even to do that, Jana had to come over and sit on my bed and watch the thermostat and tell me when it was regulated so I wouldn't scald myself. This time it didn't get up to like 130, but it got up to like
105.
No, that's where it.
Yeah.
But it got up past that, like 111 one time, and 117.
Regulated at 105, but you have it set to 102.
Yeah, I have it set to 102. Oh, you're welcome, Becky. That was fun. I have it set to 102. It wouldn't even go to 102 this time. It would not go below 105. Don't know why. And it's not that hot outside, so that wasn't it. And so it was very uncomfortable to wash my hair. And plus, again, I had to run the water into a this is a shit show. I had to run the water into a bucket to keep from cleaning up my gray tank so much. And, you're dripping wet, and you got it in your eyes, and I'm running the faucet, waiting in the bucket, waiting on the water, and Janet to tell me, okay, go, so I could do the next stage of rinsing my hair to get it washed and everything. And my hair is long and thick. It's not like it's an easy process to start with. And then I almost dumped the bucket off, and then I dropped my towel in the damn bucket, and I hate that thing so bad, and I need just a plain old Suburban water heater. So you guys, here's the deal. I'll be real honest with you. So I have a call with my trustee David in the morning, and it is beyond a pain in the butt. It is, and I have to do the same thing when I bathe Bandit because I don't want to scald my dog, and it's just, and so what I usually end up doing for him now, even though I have this beautiful RV, is I heat up water and pour it in a bucket and pour water over him with a cup. It's just ridiculous. And anyway, I have a call with David in the morning, and I've been saving up for some time to get new tires on Phoenix because she has 16.5-inch tires, and she needs 16-inch tires because they don't make the 16.5 anymore. So I've been saving up almost 2 years, and I don't have anywhere near. We got a quote for, how much was it going to be? I don't know, several $1,000. $4,000, something like that. And I've been quoted everything from $3,000 to $6,000, and $3,000 was a couple of years ago. So I'm planning on it being $4,000 to $6,000. I'm nowhere near that. I think I only have like $1,500 saved up. And yeah, Sally, I use a pitcher and a bucket and all that stuff, and it's absolutely freaking ridiculous and stupid, and nobody should have to do that, and I hate it. It would be when I lived in a van. That's different. I didn't mind what I call bucket baths. because that's what you have to do. You don't have a shower and running water and a nice sink with a gooseneck cable, what's that thing called? The faucet, and a big steel sink like I have, and I have all of that and I can't use it, and so that's why it's so irritating. Yeah, I'm back to doing bucket baths and stupid stuff like that, and yeah, I haven't tried an online tire agent yet, Kathy, but I don't really. I don't really want to scrimp on this because we are in it 24/7, and I've heard too many and seen reviews and everything, and too many horror stories. They may be great, but and I'm sure most of them are, but it only takes getting one bad agent, and that's a little bit unscrupulous, and I've put mine and Bandit's life in danger, so I won't go that route for my tires. Saying all of that to go back to the water heater, in the morning I'm gonna ask David if he'll let me put the tires on hold for yet again another round, because I want to. Sorry, I gotta take another sip. And Jana's looking at me funny. Why are you looking at me funny?
No.
Okay. Am I okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyway, because I'm going to ask David if I can get a freaking hot water heater. I'm going to beg David, can I get a freaking hot water heater instead of my tires? And if he's smart, he'll say no. Because the water heater is just a pain in the ass inconvenience, whereas the tires are a safety issue. But I got to be honest, I'm going to ask him. So we'll see how it goes. All right, who's next?
You ready?
I'm ready. Oh, wait, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Donna Garcia. She says, what about healthcare on the road, pets and humans?
Okay. Good question, Donna. So I'm the one that threw in the notes about pets and humans because no, I didn't tell you that, but the water heater is a safety. You know what? It really is, because I almost burned myself really, really bad in the shower one time because I forgot to look out the shower curtain to see what the temperature was at, and I had blisters on my chest for several days. It's just ridiculous. But so healthcare on the road, I am very blessed in that my Medicare insurance is taken most places, and I have, thanks to David, that's what he does for a living, is insurance. He got me the best secondary insurance there is, and I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. So I'm very blessed that I can really get health care anywhere. And unfortunately, last year my primary care retired. My third primary care on the road retired. I had a wonderful primary care in Wyoming that I just love, and we're still in touch. She contacted me after she retired and started following me on Instagram, and we message each other every now and then, and I'm just so blessed. And so I loved her, and sometimes I try not to impose on that friendship, but sometimes if I have a question, I'll ask her, and she'll tell me kind of what to ask the doctor when I go. So I'm very blessed when I'm on the road that I can go to just about any of the walk-in clinics or something like that, and I am finding myself that I'm going to have to find a new primary care. Now, where I'm going to do that, I don't know. We go to Texas once a year. Oh no, we just did that.
What?
My primary care.
Well, yeah, you have a new one.
I forgot. See, I'm sorry. I told you I'm skipping a little bit today. It's been a crazy day. And I want to back up and say the place where we went, you'll see the videos on both mine and Jenna's channel. And it's so funny because we filmed completely different things because we've got different creative taste, and so it's really kind of fun because you're going to be able to watch hers and see one thing, and you're going to be able to watch mine and see another. But this place was so loud, it hurt my head so bad. I have my earplugs in, but I forgot to take my headset. I've gotten so good physically and so much better cognitively that I forget I need to go places with my headset and my full regalia of tools. And I rode with Jana in her truck camper, and I didn't have them, and we didn't get to stay as long as we normally would have. But Jana said it was really uncomfortable. You said it was uncomfortably loud for you too, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, and so anyway, so I'm skipping, and then we went on a joyride to check out, trying to find new fishing holes, and it was bumpy roads, and my head was banging on the back of the seat, and it undid me a little bit. So I'm skipping a little bit, and I apologize. And squirrel, I don't remember what I was talking about.
Your new primary care physician.
Oh yeah, see, I forgot. I do have a new primary care physician. I forgot. I'm so blessed because I didn't know what I was going to do, but Quartzsite just has a new clinic, and we went there, and I established them as my primary care. Now, the closest hospital is Parker, but the good news is that hospital feeds into a major hospital in Phoenix. So we're there several months out of the year, and I now have a new primary there. So
And that doctor's office is under that hospital.
yes, and that
Connected.
that primary care doctor's office is part of an extension of the hospital in Parker. That's about 45 miles away. So I am set on personal health care, but those are things that you need to think about before you get on the road. Now, for your dogs, again, it's good to have their primary care, your main veterinarian that you go back to see every year. I personally think every animal ought to be seen by a veterinarian at least once a year. You can get rabies shots and everything now that last up to 3 years. But I personally think that you should take them in every year. And then Bandit, he also has to have his nails cut by a vet. I can't just take him to a groom shop because he bites and they have to muzzle him. And most groom shops won't deal with that. And so we were very lucky just recently in Truth or Consequences. Isn't that right? Uh-oh, I'm missing something. Hold on.
No, I squirreled.
You squirreled? What'd you do?
I'm here in primary physician care, and I'm reading, watching comments.
Hold on.
I'm watching comments and reading the next question. All I hear is rabies shots for primary care.
I do not need rabies shots.
I know you skipped on to. I was still reading, and I'm doing two. Got my laptop, got my phone, and all I hear
is rabies.
And it's like,
I got my rabies shots. I'm good for 3 years.
I got myself tickled.
I'm good to go for 3 years now. I don't need them again.
I was like, oh God.
And that's the kind of fun Jenna and I have all the time. We just.
Well, I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. The next thing I hear is rabies shots. I'm like, wait, I thought we were on primary care physician.
Her not paying attention to what I'm saying is also Jenna and I.
Oh gosh.
Squirrel.
Sorry. I could not
I kept
stop.
looking over there and she was laughing and I thought I'd missed something. Our eyes. Oh gosh.
Sorry.
No, that was great. Oh, I was asking you and I realized you couldn't answer because you were laughing. I was asking you, wasn't it Truth or Consequences where we got his nails done? No.
Yes.
Was it with that?
Yeah.
Yes, Truth or Consequences. And I love that vet place. I don't know if that's come out. Yes, it did come out. It has the roses in it where Jenna's smelling the roses outside because they were both those roses were incredible.
Yes.
But we went there and I am on the road enough after 8 years and have had to take Bandit, if nothing else, even my 2 senior dogs. But somebody says they're up on their shots too. JD, that's hilarious. But I've had to take Bandit to so many different vets that I know a good veterinarian. and of course, I used to work for a veterinarian. One of my good friends is a veterinarian. so I know a good veterinarian when we run across them, and this clinic was top notch. And they took Wee Bandit back there. I wish I could play it for you, but it's on my phone. It's on my computer. I guess I could, but they took him back there, and I warned them. I said they told him the history, and the vet tech came out, and I told her the history, and I said, and he's a drama king. He is going to make you think you're killing him. He's gonna, it's gonna be a shit show. And she says, that's okay. And she was real loving with him and took him back and everything. And oh my God, I bet they could hear him down the street. He was screaming at the top of his lungs, and they were just doing his nails. And so that's what he does. But what I tell people all the time when you're traveling, and especially if you need health care, is make sure that your insurance gets you personally into most emergency clinics, like the 24-hour, I call them doc in the boxes. Because it's not like you can easily get a referral to a doctor right away. And so you're going to want to make sure that your insurance will pay for. I mean, you can get into these, but you want to make sure that your insurance will pay for them. As it is, I went to that doctor establishing primary care and getting all the tests done and the blood work done and all of that. And even with my great insurance, because it was out of network still until I get it established, my out of pocket for those visits was $150 in Quartzsite. So healthcare, and that's cheap compared to if I didn't have good insurance. Excuse me, y'all, it's that chili burger coming. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe not. I don't know. But compared to if I didn't have good insurance, that $150 is a drop in the bucket. And David called them and worked out a payment plan on that would fit within my monthly budget living on Social Security. So I'm very blessed along those lines. And so, but that's the one thing I would tell you, is make sure that you have, if you can at all, insurance that will get you into most doc in the boxes while you're on the road until you can get back to your established primary care. And as far as your animals, when you are traveling, when you land somewhere, first thing, and if you're going to go out somewhere where you don't, hey JD, good, gonna look forward to that. So happy to see you on Monday. Thank you. So if you're going to go out somewhere where you're not going to have signal, before you go out there, look up the nearest veterinarian and make sure that you have that information with you at all times for where you're camped. Because, one of the things that's always said in emergencies is everything was okay until it wasn't. And so you want to be prepared for those wasn't moments. And so that's probably more than y'all wanted to know, too. I'm talking a lot. Did I have a lot of caffeine at lunch?
No.
2 Dr. Peppers. Now I'm drinking water, so I'm just talking a lot.
Are you ready for the next one? This is from Cindy. Cindy's on here. Gosh, my hair.
I know, I use it for a mirror all the time.
If affordable, would nomads have at least a small house to call home? That's a good question.
Okay. If affordable, would nomads have at least a small place to call home? And I'll come back and catch up on the comments after this before I go on to the next one. I can't speak, I don't want to put myself in a position of speaking for all nomads. I can tell you that a lot of nomads that we know in the last couple of years, and especially since 2020, have bought land. Now, that land might be auction land, and y'all can go watch my video about auction land and how I feel about that. But that might be auction land. It might be something that they got, through property tax repos. It not necessarily land like you would think of with me being from Texas, like a ranch or something, but they have been able to do that, and they love it. And some have gone in together and bought land. Then there's people like Jana that has residence in Texas that she kept and maintains, and so she has a home to go to should she want to. Now you've been on the road 6 years full time now, and she goes by there just to check on it, and
It was my vacation home before I sold my normal home, my homestead.
your primary
My
residence.
primary. It was my vacation cabin.
And you kept it.
I kept it.
And so she goes by there
Once a year.
reluctantly once a year. She does flybys.
Yeah.
So she doesn't use it at all, and she doesn't rent it out or anything. And so every nomad, every full-time person is different. I also know nomads like our friend Dan. He wouldn't own a home if he had all the money in the world, and I'm not speaking to his finances. He might could go out and pay cash for one. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he doesn't want one. And so everybody is different. So I'll speak for myself and just say that I would love to be able to join. I think this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at this Friday, May, what is today, 12th?
Yes.
May 12th, 2023. This is where I'm at today. It may change as quickly as tomorrow. But I think if it were me, I would like to do a buy into Escapees, an Escapees RV park somewhere for the summer, and then another Escapees RV park somewhere for the winter. Now, Jana has friends that have done that. They have one in Pahrump, Nevada, and then they have another one, was it Oregon?
Yes.
They bought into
think
another
it
one
was
in Oregon. And the nice thing about doing that is it's a lifetime purchase, a one-time buy-in. You have the same lot. It's yours. You can tell them that they can rent it out while you're gone, or you can tell them you don't want them to rent it out while you're gone. And they usually have like a little tiny home type building that's big enough to have like kind of like a one-room apartment, and in a little yard and everything. And of course, the people don't go into that. But and every Escapees RV park is different. But I have a friend that has one in Pahrump, and that's what they offer there. And plus, you get all of the amenities and everything of an RV park, and they're usually really nice, and you don't have any upkeep, and you come and go as you want, and you just let them know when you're headed back, and they make sure it's ready for you. And so if I had the money, and each one of them cost anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000 to buy into, and you can't even get a car for that these days. So I think that is probably what I would do. But again, I don't even have the money to replace my freaking hot water heater. So I'm not going to be buying into any Escapees RV parks pretty soon. But Cindy, I can't speak for all nomads, but that's a great question. And so I hope that answered that. Before we go on, I think we have, what, 3 more?
Yes.
Okay, before we go on to the next half, let me catch up on some comments. I got to scroll way back. Hold on, everybody. Let's see. Oh, Sarah was answering me, and she says, in Lincolnshire dialect, we say, Wednesday me Meyer. Me Meyer? My Meyer. I wish I could speak British. That's awesome. Dewdrop Inn is in the house. Oh, and Tina says she has Starlink and has done a review on it and still trying it. Oh yeah, we did the Survivor thing with Sally. Let's see. Yes, Sarah, I hotspot off of both my AT&T and my Verizon, and Eurovision tomorrow and BBC One. Oh, cool. That is so cool, Sarah. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see. I'm scrolling through comments in case y'all are wondering what I'm doing. And Sally says, it's too easy to spend too much time watching shorts, even when they're dumb. You know, that's okay. If it, sometimes you just need a break and to do something fun and dumb. That's okay. Let's see. Oh, Becky, I'm not surprised that you like Heartland too. Million Little Things. I haven't heard of that. 16 seasons. Bev says she likes, hi Bev. She says she likes Heartland too, and there's 16 seasons. I haven't heard of Million Little Things. I'll have to check that out. JD, Rivers Bend Mineral Springs. I think that's where we're going for our hot tub event. Hot springs event. I keep saying hot tub. Sarah says if I could visit anywhere, money no object, where would I travel to?
To see them.
Just to see you, of course. I thought that's what I was gonna say. No, I really would love to go to the UK, but yes, I really would love to go to the UK and to go there and maybe meet you guys and have get some tour guide suggestions. That would be awesomeness. But what I was gonna say is. I think it would be Australia and the Great Barrier Reef, and the reason that I was hesitating is because I don't think with my brain injury, since my brain surgery, that I can scuba dive anymore. And so that was always a bucket list item for me, was to scuba dive the Great Barrier Reef and experience Australia. But I don't even know if I can fly anymore. I was told at one time that I couldn't, and I just accepted that, and I've never revisited that. So maybe I need to do that. I don't know. Oh, Cynthia, thank you for that. She gave me a super chat tip of $3. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Things like that just really make everything worth it, and I just really appreciate it. But anyway, yeah, I would say the UK and Spain, Italy. I know you asked for one, but Australia. And then also, I have to tell you, there is so much of the United States that I haven't seen because of financial constraints. And so I would have to say, too, that I'd want to visit every national park. I'd want to stay at every state park in Texas at least 2 or 3 nights. Visit every state, every capital. There's so many things that I would love to do, and even in my own country. So I don't even know if I would choose to travel abroad yet till I get all of that done, if I could physically and financially. So that's my answer to that. Let's see. I'm backing up, still on comments. All right, hold on. Bev says maybe I could offer a trade on my demand water heater for a tank heater. You know what, Bev? I've gone to 3 or 4, do you remember? 3 or 4 major RV shops and ma and pa shops, including the people that installed this one. And there's nothing wrong with the installation. There's nothing wrong with the brand. It's just how they function, and it wasn't made for an RV. And they will not take them. I went to the major RV store in Quartzsite, which is where I hope this winter to finally get this corrected. But and I got a quote from them, and it's like ridiculous amount of money. But I got a quote from them, and I think it was like $700. And I said, well, what would it be if I traded this one in? And he goes, we don't want it. They don't work. I was like, well, crap. Nobody wants this thing. And I paid. I thought it was $500, but I looked at my receipt and I paid $300 to get this thing installed. So, anyway, that's enough about that. I'm sorry. Y'all know how I feel about that by now. All right, backing up. And if y'all would continue giving me those thumbs up, I appreciate it. And Kathy, thank you for thinking of it. And let's see. Hold on. I'm backing up. Okay, I caught up. Hold on. My cousin Michael says it takes me about 2 hours to mow and weed out our near 1 acre yard, then come in and watch some full mow other people's overgrown yards for free. Go figure. I don't understand the come in and watch some full mow other people's overgrown yard for free. Oh, because they're doing a video or something, or it's on a one of those for real channels. What's that called? Real life channels? Is that what happens? Well, Michael, if I ever come visit, I'll go mow it from you for free. Go mow it for you for free. I promise. Oh, Sybil just sent me a super chat tip through PayPal. Thank you, Sybil. Appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But Michael, yes, if I come visit, I will mow. I can't do your weed eating, but I will mow for you. Let's see. So Judith says that she's thinking of a new trailer. Oh, good for you. But the new ones have the tankless all-electric fridge. How are refrigerators tankless?
The tankless water heater and the refrigerator is all electric.
Oh, gotcha. Two separate things. I was like, I didn't know fridges had tanks. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't do it. You couldn't make me. You couldn't give it to me. I would not take it. I'm just saying. And as far as an all-electric fridge, I know that a lot of people out here, we have a friend that in her RV, she even has one of those apartment fridges that's all electric. You better make sure you got the inverter and the solar for that. That's all I got to say. She's fried her system, I think, a couple of times. And oh, Kathy says that's the name of the company. I'll check it out, Kathy. But there are people that do discount tires and service agents online, and I thought that's what you meant. 16-inch, my cousin Michael says 16-inch dually wheels are the priciest part of changing tire sizes. Yes, Michael, because I mean, I could get the tires, and even if I got lesser grade than I would like to, it's the wheels that are going to be the booger bear. I almost missed the mouth. Hold on. Okay. That still cracks me up, Kathy, the water heater being the safety issue for me. It's true. Terry says, I heat up. I missed something, Terry. I'm sorry.
I heat up water.
Oh, you heat up water? Yes, I do too. I mean, I did a bucket bath living in a van for 5 years, but until my Suburban propane water heater went out, one of the main things I loved about upgrading to RV living, and one of the things that brought me such joy in life, was being able to take a nice hot shower in my own home again. And after doing without that for 5 years, it was just such a joy point for me. And it is difficult to do bucket showers and wash my hair with pour over water. And I know I sound like a whiny brat for those of you that are like, get over it, just heat up water. And Megan saying tires are more important, can do solar for shower. I know. I did it all for 5 years, you guys, and we are staying in state parks now, and I go down to the shower buildings and I use their shower, and I'm very blessed to be able to do all of that. And this hot water heater pisses me off. That's just all there is to it. Okay, let's see. Beth says she's also on season 2 to 3 of Heartland, and Chris, that's how they operate. That's how they work. They're just not meant for RVs. You can put in a circulating system if you have like a tiny home or something, so that they work better. They're just not meant to work in a small RV. They're supposed to have room to circulate and run, and they just don't, is what I've been told. So let's see. Thank you, Bev. And hey, Texas lady, good to see you. Oh, y'all are so sweet. I love these Friday nights too. Do Drop In is asking about shots and vaccinations. I don't share my medical information online, Do Drop In, but thank you for asking. Other than I'm current on my rabies. Evidently. Hi, Cynthia. Good to see you. Cynthia. Yes, Sarah, y'all are. Bramble, your beagle. Oh, and I loved that clip you sent me for us to see Bramble up in the window. It was so cute. Um, yes, exactly. Sally, I have had a dozen careers. I've been a disc jockey, a legal assistant, middle school science teacher. My career with the state of Texas was with Health and Human Services, and then I was with Texas Parks and Wildlife, and yeah, I've done a lot. Let's see. I'm so glad we get to see JD. Uh, hey, Cheryl, rain-soaked Tennessee. Oh no, come on up, Bubby. Oh, I'm sorry that you're having internet trouble and that the weather's crappy. That makes camp hosting very difficult. Did you come up here to say hi? Can you say hi? You gotta look up to say hi. Oh,
Oh.
Sammy wants to say hi too. Sammy, can you get up here? She doesn't like to jump up though. See, I can't turn it very hard, Sammy, because it'll mess up the internet. Sammy wanted to say hi too, but I can't get it down there to show y'all her.
Hi.
I'm sorry, Sam. Would you, Sammy, don't lean against the... She's trying to move the tripod because it's right where she wants to be. All right, let me... I'll come back to... I'm going to get caught up on these, and so I will come back to answering the questions. I don't think I can get caught up. All right, let me see. Hang on, guys. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Oh, crazy! Life and Times of Crazy Patrick. He might make it Monday. That is wonderful. He says he didn't catch the location. You already took care of that. All right, Jenna's on it and has already answered that, and so that would be great to see you, Patrick. And again, I'm so sorry about your son. So, let's see.
Go lay down.
Sammy doesn't want to lay down. She says, I want to be on TV. All right, I'm reading. Okay, hang on, Sammy. I know, baby. I can't put you on camera. I'm sorry. I don't know how to get it down there. Oh, maybe I could snorkel the reef. I tell you what, though, I miss my scuba diving. But thank you for thinking of that, Beth. A personal submarine. You know, I got to tell you, I would rather depend on my own my scuba diving tank than being a submarine. That if something happened, you don't have any recourse. At least if I'm diving and I have my tank, I can judge everything, and if something happens to the tank, I know ways to get to the top. Those things scare the bejesus out of me. So let's see. I am safe from sharks if I snorkel the reef on YouTube, Michael. That is so true. Oh. And Sarah says she loves all the travel plans. And Kathy has T-Mobile. Kathy, I will tell you, there's not a lot of T-Mobile access out west. Just be prepared for that when you start traveling, sweetheart. And Dewdrop In says she snorkels and scuba dives on YouTube. You know, I hadn't thought about. I don't know if I want to look up YouTube. I miss my motorcycle and I miss scuba diving the most. And so I started to say I hadn't even thought about looking up scuba diving videos, but I don't know if I want to. It'll just make me Jones for it. Yeah, Bev says she was thinking of swap with an RV campground or a camper private trade. I could try, but here's the thing about that. I wouldn't want to swap with somebody else in an RV because I'm not going to stick somebody else with this piece of crap. It's not that the equipment's a piece of crap. It's just that it just doesn't work in an RV. So I wouldn't do that to somebody. Maybe I can find somebody that's building a tiny home and that wants it for half the price or less, or I don't know. I'll probably, I don't know what I'm going to do with it when I get rid of it. But anyway, let's see. Sarah says she posted too early. That's okay. I understood. A channel where he mows big yards for free. Yeah, Mike, let yours grow. Oh, I just bumped somebody. I'm sorry. I don't know who I bumped. Let yours grow up and then contact that guy to come do it for you. um, let's see. Yeah, I tell you, an all electric fridge. You better have your ducks in a row on your power system, because a lot of people have trouble with it, and a 12-volt fridge is different. I had a trucker's fridge in my van for the last 2 years, I think, and I loved that thing. I didn't have much of a freezer, but it was a 12-volt trucker's fridge, and I loved it. And yeah, you say you road trip lover. You say you love your tank water heater. Did you mean tankless?
No, probably
No, it
tank.
says I also would not want a tankless water heater. Yeah, nobody in an RV, I think, should. Now I know people sometimes get those little bitty. They look like a little bucket that hangs on the wall, and those are on-demand little water heaters. That is not the same as what I'm talking about. I do know people that have that, and we have a friend in her RV that has that, and says she loves her tankless water heater. And when I went to look and see what she had, it's like a portable little thing. It's not what I'm talking about. So yeah, road trip lover, good for you on loving your tank water heater. I hear you. And I loved my 12-volt fridge too. Kathy says she needs to find another fridge for the bus, unless you've got just a bucket load of solar and heavy duty inverter. Yeah, totally. So, yes, Judith, you get it. So Judith says, I agree with you, Deborah. Nothing like having your own bathroom and to stand up in your own home. Yes, and I that makes me want to cry. And thank you for getting it. But it's like, that was a huge loss for me, because it's like I finally had a home again, a home where I could take a shower in my own home, and felt it was so luxurious to be able to do that. And that damn water heater took it away from me, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I promise not another word tonight. Terry Johnson is giving hearts, and road trip lover, always important to be current on rabies. And has anyone gone to Zion National Park this week? I've been to Zion National Park, but not this week. Let's see. Oh, thank y'all on the thumbs up. Let's see. Kathy says she's coming to the meetup in an empty bus. Come to the meetup and see if it works for you. That's all you can do, baby girl. Just come do it and see if it works for you. All right, so yes, Pup Camper 58, having a bathroom and a shower is priceless. I paid my dues 5 years on the road without it, and before that I was tent camping and actually lived in a tent and didn't have it. And so the dogs are throwing tents. The dogs are throwing toys at me.
Sammy was just playing like bandits.
Oh, was she shaking it and everything?
Yeah.
I missed it. Oh, I missed it. And I hear you, Sarah. That sounds like a good setup, though. Oh, Debbie Breeze says it's raining in Ohio, but it's been nice in the 70s. That's this week. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera on you while I get a drink, and we'll go for the next question.
Okay, this one's from Chris Durbin. This was on Instagram. The other ones didn't say where they came from. So, I want to come to Quartzsite this coming winter, but I'm a little afraid of being alone and not knowing anyone. My husband is staying in our hometown to work. He hasn't retired yet. How do I find a group of friends to trust?
All right, good question, Chris. Let's see. Okay, I want to make sure I wasn't saying the name wrong. Good question. I just put up a video about Let's Connect. And also on my podcast, again, go to my website and look at the events page and listen to that podcast, because we talk about this some too on there. I cannot recommend strongly enough that you find a meetup and whether you go to my channel, you scroll on Facebook or do a search on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube, or go to something like HOWA, Homes on Wheels Alliance, and look at where their meetups are going to be. But all kinds of nomads, I'm sorry, my camera, I keep stepping on it with my foot. All kinds of nomads host meetups often. And I cannot stress to go to as many meetups as fast as you can and meet as many people as you can and see how you relate to them, and so that you can find your community and build your own tribe of people that you might want to travel with. We have so many people that are traveling together now and that are lifelong friends because they met at my meetups or somebody else's meetups and have continued to stay in touch. And I just think that is the number one way to go. And I hope that helps with that. I'll catch up on comments.
Yeah. No, you don't have to go that far back.
Oh, I don't? Okay. Yay, I'm almost caught up. Let's see. Judith, you're coming to Texas. You mean like a suburban propane? Judith, I don't know. Can you talk?
Oh, Judith. Look at my hair. It's okay. It's a great thing. Why did you put me? Sorry. Stand by. I've been talking about the next question, but so Judith says that she's coming to Texas during Lollapalooza with a new hot water heater for Debra. Dan and Randy and Jenna better get their tools ready. So, yes, get your tools ready. They're ready. We're ready, Judith. I don't know how to do it, but I'm sure we can figure it out. But that is so sweet and awesome. Let's see. Maybe I'll read comments to you. Rebecca says, I would love to travel to Zion. Oh my God, I saw a YouTube of Zion this winter. It was magical winter wonderland. And I've not been to Zion. You've said you've been there. Let's see. Brenda Sweet Apple says, hi everyone. Just a little late. Did I miss anything? Yeah. About an hour and 15 minutes worth. You'll have to go back and watch the replay. Kathy Decree says, my cousin went to Zion this past fall and it was wintry wonderland. So beautiful. And Kathy says, hey Brenda, we're still having fun. You want me to continue? Okay. Susan O. Kathy Decree, I will be going to KOKO Fest in a Toyota 4Runner. So if you need company in your big empty bus, let me know. I will come hang out with you. Yeah. How big is the bus? I forgot.
23 feet.
23, I was thinking that. Cynthia. Facebook has we camp together in women's camping groups for each state. So very helpful. That is very helpful.
Wait, I'm going to turn it now.
Okay, there's a Facebook group called We Camp Together.
Okay. I kind of had a meltdown. Judith, I think I have your email address. If I don't, will you email me, please, at deborahdoesrvlife@gmail.com. Now, let me catch up. And I don't... Okay, Facebook has a We Camp Together. Oh, that's the name of the group?
Yes,
We Camp Together. See, there you go, Cynthia. And so for Chris that asked that question, yes, that's a great lead in for that. And thank you, Jenna, for she's like, why did you do that to me? But Pup Camper 58 says we will all help with the installation, Deborah. Thank you, and
We'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out. I just am blown away. But yeah, if I don't have your email, I think I do, Judith. But please let me know. And I have no words. I don't want to lose it again. But I love you, and I'm blown away. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And okay, okay. What I miss? What'd you say?
You'll get down to it.
Sometimes that's what I do best. Yeah, you do a lot of things really great, and if that's the kind of mess that you start trouble that you do, that's okay. And that's awesome, Judith. Thank you. I'm good now. So you ready to read the next question that was posted today?
This came from Facebook from Melinda Reeves.
Oh gosh! Wait! I'm sorry. Y'all got to see this. Sammy's fly catching. Did you catch it, Sammy?
Nope, not yet. She is like playing like
She-
she's never played before.
I
with all
know.
those toys, though.
She's just playing with all the toys, and I'm sorry, you guys. I thought y'all were gonna get to see her fly catching, and I'm over the moon. I don't even know if I can concentrate. Judith, I love you. Thank you. Okay. All right. We were reading this question.
From Melinda Reeves. She says, I saw where other YouTubers say that living in their vans are cheaper than rent. And some even say how much they spend a month to live in their vans on the average. Is it really cheaper to live in a van or in a house?
Okay. Vans and RVs, I'm just going to say recreational camping, because you could be in a minivan, you could be in a Prius, you could be in a cargo van like I was for 5 years, or you could be in a Class C like I've been for 3 years. And Jana's in a truck camper, and so that's a broad question that covers a lot of different rigs. And so I'm going to sound like I'm hedging on that, but it was a great question, Melinda, and thank you for asking. This lifestyle can be as expensive as you want it to be and as you can afford. I mean, you can spend every dime. It's like the hot water heater that I'm getting. Things go out and you have to replace them, and you might make a mistake. Actually mine wasn't a mistake. When I bought this on-demand hot water heater, that was all that was available in 2020. You couldn't get a Suburban propane heater. I mean, I could order one online, but I didn't know how to install it. And everywhere I went, several states, they just didn't have them. People bought them up like crazy, and don't know what that was about, but mine went completely out, and I had to do something. And so that's why I bought that one. And a lot of people bought them back then and were installing them. So you have maintenance issues that you have to do. Things go out just like with any home, and I don't care whether you're in a Prius, a van, or a big Class A bus, things happen. And so you've got that maintenance that you have to consider. And then you've got travel and gasoline. And even if you're boondocking and you never, ever, ever pay for an overnight stay anywhere, you still have gas, and you still have to go to town, and that costs money to go in and out. And yes, Becky, you can ask Jana a question. Anybody on here, ask Jana. Please do. So I don't have to talk as much. Yes, ask Jana anything, anytime. But the short answer to that is that it can be less expensive than rent. I couldn't get off the road, and I shared this recently in a video, and I was reminded of that today by the podcast I listened to, and I'd forgotten that I shared this on a video. But I couldn't get off the road right now if I wanted to, because I can't even afford the rent on an RV lot in an RV park. There are some that you can pay $200, $250 for, but if it's somewhere that I would want to live, I can't even afford that. And so I have traded in what would normally be rent for gasoline, camp fees, fishing license, things like that, things that we enjoy doing. And my monthly cost for all of that, to be honest, I just figured up recently, and I would imagine David and I will go over it in full in the morning. But it right now, because we have done the New Mexico State Park Pass again this summer, and have reservations at those state parks, and even though the New Mexico State Park makes it affordable for me, right now with gasoline and everything, my overhead for my RV is $400 out of pocket. That does not include the money that I put back for tires and trying to save up for a propane water heater tank or something like that. That's separate, but I would have that kind of line item savings no matter what rig I lived in. I had line item savings for when I lived in my van, for tires, for new solar, for an upgraded inverter, for when I got my truck fridge, I saved up for that for a year and a half with a line item savings. I put back $25 a month until I had enough money for that. And my cousin Michael says, and don't forget fishing worm overhead. For me, that actually comes out of my grocery budget, which is just ew.
And they're green.
And they were green. So 400. I forget the terminology, but hard expenses, overhead is about what mine runs. And then, to be honest, for line item savings for everything from maintenance and all of that is about 125 that we do savings for. And then that doesn't even count the insurance, the liability and all of that you have to have. But you would have that no matter what vehicle you're in. And hopefully if you were in an apartment, you would still have a vehicle and have that expense. So I'm not counting that. So right now I am out about $400 a month, and I don't know of an apartment or anywhere that you can live for that. Now, could I live more extravagantly, and could I go more places and see more places and do more things and spend more than that? Hell yeah. Do I wish sometimes that I could? Hell yeah. But am I happy, and am I blessed, and is this life wonderful? Again, hell yeah. So you get to do what you want to do out here and live how you need to live. And so it can be cheaper than an apartment. I'm living proof of that. I couldn't afford an apartment right now, even government subsidized housing. And so, and the wait list for those anyway are anywhere from 3 to 6 years now. And you have to establish residency in that county before you can apply. And so how would I establish residency? It would be through an RV park, and I can't afford the RV monthly rate. So this lifestyle works for me, and I'm very blessed, and I have to watch all my nickels and dimes and keep a very strict budget. And I have Kathy, my good friend Kathy, and David that help me with that. So C-Dubs is here.
I saw that.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, because you're talking.
Oh, because I'm talking.
Get to the comments.
I will get to the comments. Let me catch up on comments so I can see who all's here. Hi, C-Dubs. All right, let me see. All right.
Rob's on.
Rob's here too. Hi, guys. Let's see. Okay, catching up. As long as that's funny, Beth. And I want to see what Kathy asked you. Let's see.
What Rebecca
Yeah,
asked me?
Kathy, that is true. Somebody told me that. I did have a parts dealership tell me, because I had this one guy that was going to install a Suburban propane water heater for me if I could find one. And so I tried to order them online, and by the time I got around to doing that, they were gone online, and I called all over the country to different parts stores trying to find one, and that's what they said. They said RV manufacturers were taking them all, that they weren't available for the general public, and I forgot about that. So fishing worm overhead, Mike, that just cracks me up. Cost is a fantastic question, Melinda. In the UK, rents vary wildly from place to place. Some places a van is cheaper, some places rents on property may be cheaper. True, Sarah. So, Becky's question to Jana was, how do you like driving with one on your truck? I forget which one you have, but do you like it, pluses and minuses? Did you answer it texting?
No.
Okay, so let's answer that now. So Becky asked, how do you like driving with a truck camper? I forgot which one you have, but do you like it, pluses and minuses? Okay, first of all, you can go see the tour of her video, of her truck on her channel and on mine.
Oh,
so
I'll send it to, and you may have seen her tour that she did of my truck camper 2 years ago, I guess, when we were in Wyoming. I've had every kind of RV. I've had a pull behind, bumper pull. I've had a Class A. I haven't had a Class C. My brother had a Class C. But I've had all kinds of campers. And the only one I had not had was a truck camper, and I was obsessed with them too. I had a friend that has one, and I kind of fell in love with it from them. There's a lot of, to me, there's a lot of advantages and a lot of pros and not a lot of cons. The con is, I guess the biggest one is, I don't leave my truck camper behind, but that's a pro to me because I always have my house with me wherever I go. The con in that is I have to unhook, I have to put everything away so I can travel, like today, and then I come back and hook everything back up. So that's a con, but for the benefits, I always have my bathroom, I always have food, I always have drink, I have everything with me all the time, anywhere I go on a day adventure or anything like that. Another con is, or it could be a pro, is you have a truck and you have a camper. So you can separate them. And the only time I really do is when I have maintenance, and I'll ask the garage or wherever I take it, can I keep the truck camper on? And I've had people say no. And I had recently in Yuma this winter, they said yeah, and it was at a Dodge dealer. So sometimes you have to take the truck camper off. Mine, because it's a dually, it's not hard to put it on and take it off. It's just time consuming. You just got to take your time because of the clearance on my dualies. Probably the biggest is cost. Truck campers are not cheap. And then you add the truck, and you're looking at, you possibly, especially if you buy new truck campers, you can look up to $80,000. Then you buy a nice truck. I mean, you have over $100,000 rig. And
160.
Yeah, just in a 11 foot. Mine's 11 foot. Mine is a Montana Ponderosa. They don't even make them anymore, which is sad because I think it's probably one of the best truck campers that was ever built. But that's just right off the top of my head.
Did you mention the advantage of having your truck with a four-wheel drive?
No. Well, and it depends on the size of the camper or the truck camper. You can get them single axle or dual, and four-wheel drive. Of course, that adds another cost. But I can, and I have taken it places that I probably shouldn't, but I had four-wheel drive. You can see remnants of tree covering and scratches on the truck camper because I've taken it.
We call that forest striping.
Yeah, forest striping. So,
desert striping.
Yeah, but I absolutely love it. I mean, and my house is cozy. It's small, but it's cozy, and it's with me. But that's probably off the top of my head.
That was awesome. Good questions, you guys. I should do this more often.
Well, and you have one left too.
Okay, I'll come back to that. So Travels with Dottie says he wants to see the tour of her video. Becky says she saw it on both channels. Let's see. I'm backing up. Let's see. I think I caught up. Got back to where I was, not got caught up. Okay. Oh yeah, Beth, those scams on the internet are a dime a dozen. You got them. And Congress, Arizona, an escapee park, 360 plus electricity. It was cold all winter. Will probably be very hot in the summer. 360 a month at an escapee park. That was renting somebody else's lot, I guess, because you have to buy into escapees to have a lot there. And once you do, then there is no monthly rent except for like the HOA, which is usually paid out annually, just like any HOA, or taxes. Dub's Journey. I'm hanging out in the Lurkers Lounge. Hot, sunburned, and tired. Oh, goodness. I hope that you're okay, Dubs, and I hope that you had fun getting hot, sunburned, and tired. Glad that you're here. Dewdrop In says, are dump station usage fees extra or included in campground fees? They are included in your campground fees, but most campgrounds, not most, a lot of campgrounds allow you to use the dump station and water for a one-time use cost. Not all, but a lot. Kathy, you're a mess. Rob, so good to see you on here, sweetheart. Sarah says, one massive thing in the UK is we have a huge population per square space. We don't have BLM or Crown land to camp on for free. Scotland is better for wild. England and Wales is hard. I bet that's right. And I've been wondering about that, Sarah. I haven't watched a lot of videos about camping in the UK, but from what I knew about the UK, I was wondering. So thank you for sharing that. Brenda says rent is outrageous. That is true. And Becky says even in the sticks in Texas, that rent has gone up. Yeah, I think that's why we see so many people now that are doing this lifestyle, because it's basically, this has to become a home or you become homeless. So John J, hello. He's asking if we ever talk to or go see Camper Van Kevin. We do when we're in the same area, but we're not at this time. CVK is great. Oh, Nana's Joy, you bought a park. Hi, Nana's Joy. It's so good to see you. She and George bought a park model in San Benito, Texas. That is so good to know. And I sure hope I get to see you. Nana's Joy and her husband George were at one of my very first meetup. Was that annual meetups? Was that in 2017 or 2018? Girl, it's so good to hear from you, and congratulations on your park model. Melinda says she's sorry she's running a little late.
And we answered her question, so.
Okay, all right, good deal.
She saw that part, or you answered her question, so.
Oh, good.
You'll have to go back and watch it if she missed it.
Okay, you'll have to go back and watch it. All right, John J, though, he's asking about your camper Ponderosa. Do you have clearance? She has great clearance with her truck. It is what is your truck? A Dodge Ram?
Dodge Ram.
Tell them what your truck is.
Dodge Ram 3500.
Yeah, turbo.
Turbo, yeah. Don't ask me, because my turbo went out. Don't ask me what that cost.
Yeah, don't ask. We won't go there, because then she'll be depressed the rest of the evening. She had to replace her turbo. Four-wheel drive, super tow package. And so her truck has an amazing ground clearance. Add that to her camper, and your height is 17 feet?
No.
No, hold on.
It's 11 and a half. No, not 11. Probably 11 and a half to 12. But I mark it at 12 and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Sorry, I was just going to show them something.
Okay. Yeah,
But
and that's
keep
what I
going.
do too.
Yeah.
is-
So what I was going to show you is here on my, and Jenna says she does the same thing too. Here on my dashboard, I have height 11 foot, width 8 foot, length 25, and that's with my hitch-all. Otherwise, my RV itself is 23 foot. And last time I went through a transfer station and got weighed, I weighed, not me, but the Phoenix weighs 11,000 pounds. And I keep this here at all times so that I know what my height clearance is when I'm coming up on bridges. I don't have to think about it. And when I'm going over not foot bridges, but driving across flat bridges, river bridges or something like that, I know my weight. And I highly recommend that for anybody driving, even if you're towing, that you have that there, what the weight of your actual RV is, whatever your rig is. All right. Let's see. Backing up to find out where I was. Every time I let go of it, I lose my place. Did you see that Becky said thank you?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I just answered Sally. Sarah, her rig is awesome. And yeah, road trip lover, I miss having a jet about, a bug out vehicle. I could go anywhere in my van. That is one thing I miss. There is a lot that I can't do in my RV. And some evenings, if I just had a bug out vehicle, I would go exploring. But can't do that. Just get out and go in the RV. And so the truck campers, I get how that would be intriguing to you, road trip lover. Do drop in. Beep, beep, beep. She's backing up. Beth is sharing what all she's had. Oh, good. Dubs is out geocaching with the Dan van. Hey, awesomeness. And I love that what y'all have been doing. You did the alien, what's that called? Alien.
The ET highway.
The ET highway, but that type of art geocache? Is
Yeah.
that the art geocache? That was awesomeness. Oh, got it, Bev. The North Ranch in Congress is an escapee-owned park, not a co-op. They have 11 across the country like that, but only about 8-month limit per locations. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So, have you answered Becky about Wade being concerned about a truck camper during the wind?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, so Becky says her husband Wade, we met him also, is concerned about driving with a camper on the truck, especially when windy. What is your experience?
I try not to drive during the wind. It is so attached to you, and of course I have the dualies, so I think that helps. But there has been probably twice, and I've had my truck campers since 2016, I think, that a truck passed me and it was windy and I was rocking. And it doesn't do it on the highway as much in town, and Deborah's kind of talking about it a little bit. There is a bit of sway. You can sometimes see the truck camper doing this above your cab. They do make even tie downs that go from the truck camper down to the hood that keeps that swaying but once you kind of learn your truck and the camper and how it handles and how you turn and things like that, off the truck during windstorms, to me it's very, because you're up on stilts kind of. Even if you bring it down as close to the ground as you can, you still feel that off the truck camper. I leave mine on the truck camper. Well, I've already said that. I leave it on the truck camper at all times, which helps with the wind because of the weight of the truck. People sometimes even put their legs down when they're camping. I don't. To me, it's like I just pull in. I can't, But a lot of people put them down and they stabilize that too if there's any kind of wind. You just kind of, even Class C's, Class A's, they're tall. You kind of get some of that during the wind going down the road. But you learn your rig basically over a period of time.
Blue bottle, please. Yes, and sorry, I'm having a puppy issue here because he's hungry and he thinks that I should be FOOD.
Oh.
I did not say it.
Here,
the dogs are getting
you said
hungry.
hungry.
Oh, I did say that
I
word.
said that word
Oh no.
Sammy's like,
Oh no. My rig is only 11 feet high. Jenna's is higher than that, but I don't even drive in winds. I don't recommend anybody with an RV driving in winds if they can keep from it. And Socorro64 is asking if I've announced information about this year KOKO Fest. Jana answered you. Thank you for that. And John J is saying, do you like motorhome better and truck camper, or truck camper better, and why? Jana's already answered that a little bit of why she likes her truck camper, and that's just a personal preference.
Yeah,
but
I could say that. Well, another con with the truck camper is it's higher off the ground, so I have more steps to get into my truck camper. Knees could be an issue, and then to get into my bed, I have 3 steps getting into the bed. So, if you have knee problems, then you need less steps. So I could see, plus my propane bottles are about this high, higher than the bed of the truck, and I have to reach the 20 pound, is it 20 pound?
I think so.
No, 20 pound propane bottles. When they're full, I'm getting where I'm having a hard time lifting them up there. So as I get older, I may need to switch to a different rig, and I will prefer a Class C if I do that. I do not want a Class A. I just don't like sitting on the windshield. So I just have a problem with being right there on the windshield, but I want an engine in front of me. But so I could see me, even if I wanted more room, I don't need more room. I love my coziness, but I could see me moving into a Class C sometime in the future.
Perfect answer. And Jana has usually 5 steps to get into her camper, and then, like she said, 3 to get up into her bed. I'm backing up. Hi, Melinda. Oh, she says she always goes back and watches her lives again. This one's going to be a long one. Yes, thank you everyone for the thumbs up. Judith Williams Hudson, would you ever get an e-bike? I want one so bad. The only place I can, Jana's like, she's like, you are not getting on an e-bike.
I saw you ride the one in Lola. I saw her ride the one in Lollapalooza, and she took off in 0.5 seconds. She was at high top speed, and I was like, you need a helmet.
I do need to wear a helmet if I get one, that's for sure. But I miss my motorcycle, so hell yeah, I'd get an e-bike as if I could. The only place that I have to put one, though, if I did get an e-bike, would be on the front of Phoenix, and then I would have to get the carrier for that and everything. And plus, I don't know how she would do it the weight. So right now, it's just not feasible. But oh my God, I love those things. Sarah says they have the Ram ProMaster. Oh, that's a lovely rig. Very narrow roads and low bridges. Yeah, you got to be very careful. So Beth says that she paid $1,500 to get her turbo replaced just 43 miles before the engine blew. I am so sorry for that, Beth, but I have to tell you, Jana would have loved for hers to be only $1,500. You can multiply that by several numbers and what she had to pay for hers.
I don't know if it was because the diesel, it was diesel 4-wheel drive. I don't know, but yeah, we won't talk about it.
Yeah, she doesn't want to talk about it. She'll get depressed. So, but I'm sorry that happened to you on your rig. They all wiggle in wind. Yes, they do. Uh, see, I'm reading comments. Reading comments. I miss the smaller rig, road trip lover, but I got to tell you, it doesn't suck being able to stand up, and I could do jumping jacks in here if I wanted to. I lived for 5 years in Fancy Free, and I loved her so very much, and I wouldn't trade that 5 years for anything. But when I was able to start walking around and stand up in here and have people come visit me in my home out of the elements and play fetch with Bandit in here, I mean, it's the little things in life, right? And I wouldn't trade it for anything. I just wouldn't. All right, so that's true, John. Oh, John, when he's going to be in an RV with me, he can go back and make sandwiches while we're driving. That's true. That is an advantage. You can't do that in a truck camper.
That's true.
And I will tell you, that's something else about a truck camper. Even if I could afford it, I wouldn't do a truck camper because what had happened?
Okay.
What happened?
Betsy's on, but
And she's not getting approved again?
it says another moderator handled it, but
Shit, well, I wonder why she's having to be approved in the first place.
because she's using the little emoticons.
Oh, okay. But what I wouldn't do a truck camper in the first place, even if I could afford it, because I don't want to have to get out of the cab of the truck to go around and get into my RV, and vice versa. If something happens and I need to roll, I don't want to have to walk outside to get into my truck and turn the key and go. I want it all in one unit. Not that I've run across a lot of stuff out here that I need to be worried about, but there is great security for me in being in my home and not having to go outside if I don't want to. Hi, Lorelei. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Oh, you're repairing your RV toilet. We were talking about maintenance earlier. Stuff happens. Keeping the language clean. Yeah, road trip lover. Exactly. Oh, yeah, Betsy's using emoticons and everything.
Because
it doesn't say it needs to be approved. I guess somebody else did.
see, mine still shows that it.
And you can't show
No,
it? Yeah,
It
I don't.
says another moderator just handled this, but it still shows.
Well, I can barely see it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what she said. It's not all showing. Yeah,
That's-
Betsy, I don't know what is messed up with your comments, and we apologize that not all of them are showing. We can't figure it out. So
It says we can see Betsy's comment. Okay.
Melinda says, but you can't see all of it. There's more typing in it there than you can
It
see.
says hi.
No, there's something
Oh.
above that we can't see. That's what I'm saying. Melinda says contact some of the companies and they might send you one free to do a review. I don't want to do that until I can afford to have the hitch to put it on, and I don't know that Phoenix can carry the weight. So, but if that's a good idea if I get around to being able to transport one. Ooh, Dewdrop In is going to go do her fitness walk. You go, girl. She's preparing for a walk marathon. That is awesomeness. Way to go. So, let's see. Yes, Kathy, exactly. Yeah, the travel trailer and the setup, that's the thing. I would love to have the freedom of a vehicle that I could, like I said, run around in and go exploring in, but it would have to be a tow vehicle, and then I don't want to tow. I couldn't do that right now anyway, financially, but Phoenix is such an old vehicle, I don't think she couldn't tow anything anyway. But yeah, I want something inside my rig for sure. And Bev says she sees 3 emojis and hi. I think there's something else there too.
It shows I got on my laptop.
Oh, you
and
can
it's
see it on
fine.
your laptop?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
there, but it's
All right,
funny
it's just
my
on the phone.
but-
That's funny. Okay, good night, Sarah. I know it's late there. Thank you for hanging with us.
It's like midnight.
It's midnight there, I know, over in the UK. Thank you, and hugs to both you and Tanya. So do I?
Oh, you have one list.
Do y'all want? Are y'all up to one more question?
This one's easy.
Okay, this one's easy. Hold on.
This one's from Lee. Oh, you want me to say her last name?
I will say Fleischman.
Okay, there you go. Where do you get your mail and do laundry? That one's gonna be probably
Okay,
easy for
so
you.
yeah, where did she post that?
Facebook.
Okay, this is from Facebook, and it's Lee. Did you say?
Yes.
Lee on Facebook. So she says, "Where do you get your mail?" Like Jana said, and where do you do your laundry? Jana said, "Tell her post office and laundromat." Question answered. So, but to be honest, I have a mail forwarding company that I use in Pahrump, Nevada. They are awesome. A lot of people will use these fly-by-night mail forwarding companies, or somebody that's doing a mail forwarding out of their house, and I got to tell you that more of those have been shut down by the federal government, and then you lose your insurance, and some banks have even seized statements because they were going to a non-legal address, and so just really, really be careful with that. And then also what has happened on these, for some people over the years, is a little ma and pa thing that's kind of operating illegally. If you're going to be handling federal mail and everything, there's all kinds of licenses and stuff that you have to have. So be careful who you do business with. But it was a ma and pa thing, and a lot of people got burned on this one because there was a lot of nomads back in the day, and this was back in like 2016, I think, or yeah, maybe early 2017 when this blew up. But they tragically were killed in a car accident, and people couldn't access their mail and everything for a very long time. They couldn't do a legal mail forwarding to even get their mail because that had not been a legal established business to handle federal mail. So be careful where you do business if you do mail forwarding. So there's the cautionary tale on that. But other than that, when I'm traveling, oh my gosh, Cindy and Mike, if you're still on here, that reminds me, I need to send, if y'all are willing, I need to send something to your house. But when you're traveling, you can use most towns. Some towns are getting to where they don't allow general delivery. So again, you need to check with the post office. But most post offices allow general delivery, and they will hold it for you for 30 days. You need to make sure that you are using their general delivery address, and you need to make sure that your name, it says hold for pickup, and it says USPS general delivery. Good, Cindy, thank you. Please remind me when we talk. I need to talk to you about a package. But I've been forgetting for days. But and it's important. But I use general delivery post office if I know where I'm going to be, and I just ordered something, and actually I'll be picking up something at general delivery post office Truth or Consequences, and then 2 or 3 weeks from now, where we're going to be at our next stop, I've got something coming there because I know where we're going to be. But when you're traveling, you don't always know where you're going to be, and so it's good to have a mail forwarding place so that when you do land, they can hurry up and ship it to you. It's not laundry, is it? Well, yes, Michael.
I'm gonna ship you my laundry.
I'm
Will you
shipping
ship it
you
back?
my laundry, and then when you're done, we ship it back. But you got to iron it first, so it won't get wrinkled in the box. That's awesomeness.
Yes. Please, Mike and Cindy, do our laundry.
Do our laundry. I'm shipping you Jana's too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good night, Cheryl. Love you. So let's see. Let me back up and see where I was. Okay, not too far back. That was so sweet of Sarah and Tanya to stay on. John J. says, if not mistaken, New Mexico is more RV friendly, like a yearly fee to stay at all parks. No, John, I have done a video about the New Mexico State Park Pass. Jana and I, Frugal RV Gal and I, both last summer did the New Mexico State Park Pass, and this summer we're doing the New Mexico State Park Pass.
I think that's
It
what
is,
he's talking about.
yeah, it is a different cost whether you're a resident or a non-resident. Oh, okay, I see that now. They are more nomad friendly in that they offer deep discounts if you get the New Mexico State Park Pass. And we have just, I can't, my cousin Cindy that's on here, she asked me one time, why don't we do the Texas state parks? And it's because we can't afford them. Even with the Texas State Park Pass, and I have a lifetime Texas State Park Pass, even with that state park pass, I can't afford Texas state parks. New Mexico does make it affordable on a budget with the state park pass, and you can do at a still greatly discounted rate. You can do hookups and have shore power and water, or you can do their like tent camping or what I call dry docking, and that is way cheap. So yes, I get your question, and that is correct.
Yeah, if you are.
Oh, hang on.
If you have the park pass, the annual park pass, and you make a reservation in Boondock in a site or on the beach, because they have just remote areas that you can boondock like here, and you only pay the registration fee, which is $12, and you can stay for 14 days. So, yeah, super cheap on that.
Yeah.
On that.
You just got to watch the weather. And if you can't handle the weather and you can do hookups, it can be like $68 for 2 weeks. We have averaged it out for 3 or 4 months, and because we're doing a lot of shore power, electricity and water, it averages out to about $550 a day. And yes, you can't get that anywhere else. It's an amazing deal. That's why we're doing it again.
Water and electricity.
Water and electricity. I got the AC running right now. And hi, Sally Ford. She says she is late to the party. I'm just glad that you're here. Oh, that's a great link. Thank you, Jana. Yeah, and Dub says thank you too. Hey, Threads and Jars, good to see you, and I know you've told me your name before, and I'm sorry I can't remember. Okay, so the other part of that was laundry, which, if you've got a good family member like your cousins in Texas, you just ship them your laundry, and they do it for you and ship it back. No, I'm just kidding. I just love your wicked sense of humor, Mike. Laundromats, for a while, we were running into trouble. Good, Judith. Love you. Thank you for emailing me, and happy Mother's Day to you too, my darling. Love you. So we were having trouble for a while finding laundromats. We would go to ones that I knew and I had used before. Morgan, thank you, Threads and Jars. What was I saying?
That laundromats having a hard time finding.
Oh yeah, we would go to places that I knew had been operating before, and they weren't there. Or some towns just don't have laundromats anymore. But we haven't found that to be a problem. And that's actually when we were like going north, like up towards Wyoming. And I know Jana said she ran into it when she was further north, in Northwest, like Oregon and Washington and everything.
Well, even when we were here, you went and did laundry, and I said, not me. Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
I went to Walmart instead.
Yeah, and she didn't do laundry with me that day because it was too tight of parking. I got a good parking spot, and I told her I can leave and you do laundry and I'll do mine another day, and we could have worked it out.
I went to a different laundromat
yeah.
a couple of days ago. So it was like I wasn't going to that one.
Yeah, you didn't like that one at all. It worked great for me. And so sometimes you just don't like it for whatever reason. So, but on the road, you wait till you find a laundromat. And so I have just learned when I find a laundromat, I get my laundry done. I try not to let laundry go more than a week or two. And if it does, then it's overwhelming for me. And because I tend to wash everything because everything gets so dirty out here. I'll wash all of my linens, all of Bandit's and Sammy's toys and blankets and everything. My seat cover broke on my seat, so I cover this with a sheet and I wash it, and plus all my clothes. And now we're fishing, and so I've got stuff like that needs to be washed. And so the laundry can get overwhelming if you don't stay on top of it on the road. And if you find a laundromat and you like it, like Jenna didn't like that one I went to, and you can get, and parking, depending on your rig, that's another reason to keep your rig as small as you can. I love my little 23-foot RV, and but parking can be an issue if you're in a big RV. So yeah, keep your rig as small as you can, and keep your laundry done as fast as you can, and as often as you can. So yeah, right. That's true, Beth. It'll cost less when they ship it back to me.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. And Pearl, thank you for still being on here. She says happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Yes, happy Mother's Day to everyone. Tracy, glad that you're on here. It's okay. I'm glad you're here. My dog is getting really upset because I can't say the word because they'll both go ballistic. We can't even spell. We have to say it in Spanish, and if you don't know Spanish, I'm sorry. But maybe you can type it. You can type it. We have to spell comer. Tell them what comer equals. Because we can't spell the words that Jana is fixing to give you in English because her dog has learned how to spell them. Sammy Jo is so brilliant. And so if we spell them, she starts going ballistic and will not... That's true, Bev. and are the... different words that we can't say around her, the H word. And we can't spell them because she knows them. So anyway, that's it for tonight, you guys. Thank you for being on here with us. Do you have anything else you want to say? She says no. She's ready to get off too. It was fun. Thank you for the topics and for the questions and for being on this journey with both Frugal RV Gal and I. If you're in the area, please come to our meetup on Monday. Watch on Monday for the KOKO Fest 2023 video,
podcast.
And go grab the podcast interview and listen to it that I did. I'm so proud of it, and I'm so proud of Solo Women RV and the job that they are doing. Go to my website, debradickinson.com, to the events and grab all of that information, and we'll see you down the road, everybody. Love you guys. Keep on keeping on. Bye-bye.